Well, hello, hello. How goes it? How goes it? Let's get this nonsense started, shall we? If my phone wants to connect. Really, might be time for a new cord already. Holy smokes. Holy cow. So what is going down, peoples? What is going down? Huh. Well, which might be the same as the other day where I had to turn off my phone and then turn it back on before I could connect properly. So we're going to get these Sunday arenas going. Get the T1A arena going. Yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan, Stan. Yeah, I think it was yesterday when I was doing the stream as well. It was the same thing. The phone wouldn't stay connected, and then I had to turn it off and back on. And once doing that, it was okay. So hopefully it's the same thing today. Although this is since the latest iOS update, so I wonder if there's something to do with that. Alternatively, obviously, it could just be my cord. Interesting. So yeah, just did the on-off thing, and oh, no, ain't that something? Just did the on-off thing. It's saying it's connected currently, and yet we don't have anything showing up. Well, let us see. Let us see here. Okay. Alright then. Well, let's turn it off and on once more. And let's move the music along a little bit, shall we? Yeah. So I'm assuming we've got Mr. Panaz, Grim, or Malvina. It's one of y'all. How you doing? How you doing? This is interesting. So it's connected. There's got to be something in the settings then. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, there must be something that changed with the latest iOS update. Where would it be? Probably privacy and... Wi-Fi, cellular, new. Notification sounds, new, general, new. Privacy. That's interesting. I don't see where the issue would be. Yeah. So we got it there. Screen recording. No. Microphone, camera. No. Oh, this is really interesting. Okay. So we've got it all connected. Everything looks like it's good to go. Okay, well, let me try removing the iPhone as a source and bringing it back in to see what we get here. Video capture. Media source, text, color, display scene video. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's what it is. For some reason, the iPhone is just no longer registering. Well, ain't that something? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so it brings it up in there, fine. So the iPhone being connected is not the issue. Okay. Well, let's see what we get if we try this in OBS. See what's connected in there. Oh. So it has something to do with Streamlabs is the problem. Okay. Device, yeah, that's all good. What is this? Okay. So what I will do, okay, well, let's try getting out of Streamlabs, bringing it. Built-in microphone default monster. Okay, that's all good. Video capture. Oh yes. So it's specifically says device. if anything, I guess what I could do. Ah, dear. Oh, that is really... Oh, well, there we go. That is so strange, though. Huh. Okay, well, I have no idea why that wasn't viewable previously. Anyways, we're back in business, so let's get this nonsense going. All right, then. No more time to waste. No more time to waste. Well, maybe a little bit of time. Let me just check something here. Okay. Yeah, that was really weird, though. Alright. Quality is all good. Yep, yep. Alright, yeah. No idea what that was all about, but yeah. So, arenas. We'll get the Sika Stars going. Let's check something here. Now we want to get going here. Let's get some music in the works. Yeah, alright. Get that up there a bit. Alright, here we go, here we go. Prepare yourselves for this craziness. Like a Hellcat, bro. Let's lock that. Everything else is locked. Good. Monsieur Grimm, how goes it? How goes it? I don't know if you just got here, you've been here for a while, but same as yesterday. It was weird, man. Like the phone was plugged in, everything was good, but it just was not showing in the streaming stuff. I had switched it over to OBS. It looked fine. Rebooted the streaming software. Still nothing. Then all of a sudden, it worked fine. So, yeah. So here we are. Here we are. This is actually pretty late getting this going. One, the stream in general, and then also I didn't start the T1A arenas. Normally I would start those once they're available, but I just didn't feel like doing too much arena yesterday, so yeah, got a fair bit of arenas to do today. I left my alliance earlier. I feel a little naked, I must say. It's the first time in about 2 years being without an alliance. I'm definitely going to go without an alliance for a couple days, and I may look for something where it's an alliance of people just wanting to be there for like the alliance event. So I won't be getting war and AQ stuff, but I'll get the 3-day stuff, like the event quest completion, the summoner advancement, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so we'll see. I'm not looking for anything currently, but maybe by middle of the week to next week, possibly. So how's your day going? How is your day? No stopping us. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of funny. So for a while, I'd been saying to people in my alliance, in my old alliance, you know, like, oh, I have a Discord, feel free to join, you know, shoot the shit, whatever. And nobody did. And then today, when I was leaving, I left the link to Discord. I'm like, you know, If anybody wants to join, there you go. And about half an hour later, after I left the alliance, there was like 3 or 4 people that had joined. Oh, shit. Maybe they already missed me. You know, actually, now that I'm out, I'm a bit interested to see, because you do get stuff from the Alliance thing. I'm not sure how many units you get from it. Oh dear. Was that one of the 3 people that were leaving anyway? Or is that some another person? You know, the officer stuff, it's kind of crazy because it's, you know, I mean, yeah, okay, people play the game, they take it seriously, blah, 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 but it's not that complex of a game or whatever, right? But the officer stuff can be pretty stressful. Yeah, no, but you had said like they're, oh, right, because the other 3 people previously, they just up and left. Right, right. So this is just somebody since then. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Right, yeah. Yeah, I've been an officer in 2 alliances. The first one I was an officer of, it wasn't like, I mean, we were committed to doing what needed to be done, like, you know, getting paths cleared and stuff like that, but we weren't that competitive. We weren't, well, this was before war season had started, so, but we weren't really trying to be that competitive either. And then the last alliance I was in was somewhat competitive. But yeah, it can be a lot to it. If it's organized well, it shouldn't be too bad. But if there's a fair bit of chaos, then yeah, the officer stuff can be kind of annoying. Mr. Victor, how goes it? Unfortunately, I don't speak or read Spanish, so I won't be able to communicate with you, but if you can understand what I'm saying and want to hang out, sit back, relax, and yeah, do what you gotta do, homie. So how many people are you guys short currently, Grim? Just the one officer, or are you still short from the other people that up and left previously? Yeah, man, Aegon is, for where you use him, he's definitely good to have. He's good anyways, though, but in particular, the long content. Speaking of which, I need to do a run through ROL for some potions, which I would use Aegon for. Maybe I'll get through the 6 stars and do that. Okay. Yeah, so being down an officer isn't terrible because there should be people in the alliance that are capable of taking that on. Not that they want to, but to be honest, replacing an officer should be easier than replacing a regular member. Because replacing an officer, you're doing that from some within people who are already in the alliance, whereas a general member in particular, like you want to make sure it's a good fit and stuff like that, right? So. Oh, come on, man. Bruh. No. No Apocalypse crystals for me. I was thinking about opening some Cavaliers for the Professor X Dragon Man ones, but eh. Victor, are you gonna go for Apocalypse as a 5-star? No. Yeah, I don't know who'd be better, Apocalypse or Professor X. Apocalypse, I think, is going to be pretty good defensively, and they both looks like both of them have good synergies. But overall, I don't know who would be more desirable. You think so, Grim? Yeah. I gotta say, I don't actually like the look of Professor X. He looks like a giant bug or an alien. And you know, it's funny because I don't think, like, I think maybe it's just because that, like, I'm used to Apocalypse from the comic books, but like the movie version from that X-Men movie, or even the game version that we have now, it just doesn't seem to live up to the comic book. Like, not the abilities, but just the look of them. Level 52 is not bad, depending on how long you've been playing, because, I mean, if you've only been playing a short time, then that's pretty quick progress. If you've been playing a long time, well, that's not very quick progress. Yeah, I haven't actually looked at his abilities at all. How long have you been playing, Victor? Yep. Yep, Professor X does look out of place bad. I wonder if we'll end up getting a wheelchair or hover chair version eventually. Which would be interesting, eh? Because, I mean, it would be kind of, in a sense, working backwards, right? They would be introducing, like, the newer vision of him, or the newer look of him, and then later on coming out with the classic look, right? Oh no. I think I need to finish leveling up somebody, but I already took advantage of the level up and class advancement for skill. And so the level up is done. How would what work, Grim? Oh, with the wheelchair? I would assume it would be something like MODOK. Or at least if they did the hover chair. I mean, that's not the original Professor X from like the 60s, but I think many of the comic book fans, the hover chair would probably be the more familiar device that he would use. Yeah, because I would think the hover chair, like the motion of it and stuff, should be pretty much like MODOK, right? And probably a similar like special 3 kind of thing. You know, like where currently if you use a special 3 against MODOK, you like grab into the back of his chair and take out like the electronics or whatever. So I would assume it'd be something like similar. I don't know what Professor X's L3 would be in the chair, but... Ooh, well, yeah, okay, I'll get to 500 and then switch over to the 6 stars. I just figured this is the only time that the low-level 5 stars ever get to play, so I gotta give them the most use they can get. Don't want them to feel left out. So how you been doing recently, Grim? Yeah, probably Victor. That's kind of the reason for the units, the ton of units. I figure the Cyber Weekend stuff and when Act 7 comes out, I'm not going to go to try to explore Act 7 right away, but probably get the exploration done pretty quick, or the completion done pretty quick. I don't know if it's just me, but this dude seemed like he was going down really slow. I'm doing alright, I can't complain. I woke up and I was all energetic and chipper, and I've been up a couple hours and I'm a little bit tired. You know, it's time for a nap, but other than that, can't complain. I think I'm gonna go through this stuff, and then with no Alliance stuff to do, so that's no longer, you know, something I have to check online and stuff like that. Probably have some nachos and get started. Oh, I hate it when this dude does this crap. And then get started watching Westworld. I've tried to watch it twice before, just could never get into it, but should be paying attention. I told my brother if he starts watching it, I'll watch it, so that we're like able to compare notes as to what we think of it. And he started watching it, so I got to keep up my end of the agreement. But it's funny because normally he's kind of slow in watching TV shows, so we're usually off by quite a few episodes. So I'll be a fair bit ahead of him. But he's he's getting through Westworld pretty quickly, so now I've got to catch up to him. Oh dear, I picked 2 Cosmic Champs, and normally I like to have one of each, or one from different classes. Yeah, so the last one that I was watching and that he started after was Vikings, but I had like finished it before, or like finished what they have out currently before he got started. So when we would talk about it, I couldn't say too much because I didn't want to give away stuff. So yeah, I figured with Westworld, we'd be like within an episode of each other, but I think he's almost done season 1. Which one, Vikings or Westworld? Yeah, Vikings was... It started off slowish, but within a few episodes it's like, oh, I want to see what's going on here. I've told you a couple times about that Raised by Wolves. I'm still liking that. I finished the most recent episode the other day, so now I gotta wait for... You know, it's funny. So, up until like relatively recently, it was always the case that, you know, you have to wait a week or whatever for each episode, right? Of whatever the show was, like when it was broadcast on TV. Now I'm so used to things, you know, all coming out day one when a show is released, and, you know, be able to binge it. So it's annoying now when that isn't the case. Yeah, the current season of Vikings, I think it's season 6, right? Which event are you planning to save for, Victor? Are you talking about the Cyber Weekend stuff? Yeah, you have a little bit of time left to save. What, a month? Around the 20th? So, well, about 2 months, because I think it's the end of November, right? So that's a fair bit of time to get some units. I should be up, I'm thinking I'm at 18.2 currently, so I should be up around 22 to 24 by then. So long as I don't get tempted by any cav crystals. Yeah, so, you know, prior to Vikings, I never had any desire to go to Norway or Scandinavia in general. But after watching Vikings, some of the scenery in there, I'm like, I could see going to Norway for, you know, a week or two. It looks so cool. Oh, her L1 is the easier of the two. Well, I guess they're both easy, actually. Yeah, I don't know if Raised by Wolves would be that appealing to many people in general. I like it because it's like a sci-fi kind of thing. But just kind of the overall theme, I guess, I find interesting as well. Money Heist, okay. That's a movie, right, Victor? Most of it was in Sweden. Yeah, but like Kattegat, for example, like that is a place in Norway. And I've looked at it on like Google Earth and stuff. And like the layout of it, like how you have the hills and then you have the inlet coming in, like that is what it's not necessarily like the scenery of Kattegat, but it is the layout. So. But yeah, no, after that, like Scandinavia in general, I'd be more interested to see. But Norway in particular, but Scandinavia in general. Oh, time for the 6 stars. So Victor, you're talking about Money Heist as a TV series or as a movie that you're going to watch? Because I think I've heard of it as a movie. I don't know if it's a TV series as well. I gotta use up some T1A, man. Either I gotta start using them up or start selling them. I got way too many. Come on, man. Work with me here, bro. Rah, rah. Okay, whatever. Well, I can't. I don't want to take a special 3 because that's not going to end well. There we go. Down he goes, down he goes. So it's funny, I've had my screen set up where, like, I've got the streaming stuff, then I've got my web browser, and then I used to have it with line on the side. So, like, the ratios and stuff are all set for that. But now that I don't have to have line open because of no line stuff, there's just like this blank spot on the screen. It just seems so weird. About 4.5. But I initially downloaded the game, tried it out for like a weekend. I was like, okay, it looks cool. There's Marvel characters. I figured my nephew would like it. I think he downloaded it. He played it for a little bit, but yeah, I don't think he played it very much, and yet here I am, still going at it. Yeah, so it's been a little bit more than 4 years, between 4 and 4.5. I didn't start right when it came out. It was a little bit after. Actually, it's funny though, because when I first saw it, the reason I downloaded was just because of the Marvel characters and like it looked cool, like the graphics. But just thinking of like a fighting game, like who would do this on mobile? This is nonsense. And well, oh, okay. I'll look that up at some point. Oh, lordy, lordy. Oof, that was close. Almost didn't get that parry off. Why does it seem like their health is going down so slowly? Lots of us for what, Grim? What? Terrible. Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably, eh? Well, to be honest, before I had my first smartphone, I thought playing games on phones was ridiculous. Shit. And I mean, I haven't had a smartphone that long. I was definitely late to that game, or to that party. Man, what is going on with these people and their stinginess with their specials? Jeez. Jeez, wait. Oy. Okay, good. No need to use the L3, but meh. Yeah, I don't really... I mean, like, it's a fun game. Good way to waste time. You got the alliance aspect, but like some people, I'm surprised that they've been going at it this long. Especially people that are like, just having kids or getting married, and yet they're still, managing to get into AQ, AW, and stuff. It's like, damn, that's some commitment, man. So the very first game I downloaded on here on iOS or on the phone was Clash of Clans, and I was at my parents' once, and it was like just doing nothing around the house. So I'm like, so I wasn't searching for it. I don't know how I came across it, but whatever. So I downloaded it. I'm like, oh, okay, this is fine, something to waste time with or whatever. Then I played this other one, this space one called Galaxy at War. And to be honest, it's the concept is so dumb because you pretty much have to log in every day, not to get stuff, but just to ensure that your base and like army is safe. And I still play it. I don't know why. And then I played a SimCity game on here for a while as well. I haven't even logged into that SimCity one for a long time. And then there was this one. Oh dear. Gotta remember, don't run into their specials. Bad idea. Whoa, why did they do that? It's weird. I've said it before, but I don't know why. It's only in Arena I do that. And it's like, it's not the game messing up or whatever. Yeah, I used to buy units, Victor. Like, well, I mean, when you do the July 4th and the Cyber Weekend stuff, you're getting units there from the stuff, right? But up to about 2 years ago, I would buy units. And then when I finally got over my hesitation about Arena, I was like, well, you know what? I have more time than I have money, so I'll spend my time in Arena. Yeah, I played SimCity for a while on the PC as well. And then there was like a hack or a cheat that you could get, and you could like get unlimited resources or whatever. And so then I would make like these massive cities with like all of the epic buildings and everything. So then like going back and trying to start from scratch just seemed kind of pointless. Which is funny actually, because you use a cheat in the game to finish it quicker or do better or whatever. But then once you do that, it's kind of like, well, why even bother playing, right? Have you played much more StarCraft, Grim? So Victor, when I first started playing the game and like spending a lot of time in it, I sold like a fair bit of champs to get ISO. Actually, usually it was for ISO, but ISO or shards to get newer champs and stuff. And then I would buy units to get through stuff or for masteries and blah blah. And then the selling. I don't know if it was just I realized it on my own or if it was from YouTubers or whatever, but I realized like that was a bad idea, so I stopped doing that. And then the buying of units, yeah, pretty much once I started doing Arena, I no longer bought units. And it's funny because just the thought now of buying units when it's not like July 4th or Cyber Monday, it's kind of like, oh, why would anyone ever do that? But I've gone totally the other way. Like before, I was buying, like spending money for no good reason, and now, like they'll have good offers, but I just won't spend real money. I'll use units for it if it's a unit offer. So, okay. The file for StarCraft you're talking about, Grim? Actually, I have two matches from StarCraft that I want to make videos on. One was a 4v4, which I just joined a random like ladder match, and the other was a 2v2 that People's Champ and Putrid and I were playing. No, sorry, 3v3 that Putrid, People's Champ, and myself were playing the other day. We lost, but it was still a pretty good match. Like we were doing poorly right from the beginning, but we started to make a bit of a comeback, and it looked like we could actually win. And I think I screwed up. So People's Champ went to attack them, and I should have gone with him to protect his carriers. I think if I had done that, I think we may have won. Yeah, the arena is effective, but I mean it's time consuming, right? So like I said, if you don't have the time, you don't really want to. And I mean it's pretty tedious. So, well, that's the kind of the main reason why I do the YouTube thing, is because of arenas. So it's yeah, being able to do this and have people to chat with, I find it goes much quicker, and it makes it more tolerable. I also do, like if I'm watching TV laying on the couch, I'll do arenas. Yeah, just something to, you know, like especially for the lower, like the 3 and 4 star arenas, where you don't really need to pay attention. And if you lose, okay, it sucks, but it's not like terrible because you don't need that many points to achieve the milestones. So yeah. But I think overall I prefer doing like the streaming while doing the arenas, so long as there's people that are talkative in chat anyways. I think I want to stream Variant 5 when I finally get into that, but there's no real reason for me to do it anytime soon, because most of the stuff in there, well, the gems are good because they're not going to expire and whatever, but like anything else, there's wow, that was bad. Nothing I need in particular. Boy, once you get that double poison on, it does pretty decent. I will be right back. And back I am. I am back. Victor, yeah, I'll show it after I get the 6 stars done. Yeah, I just want, I mean, it's not that many more. It's about 1 million more points, so it won't take that long. That's interesting. That's a pretty frequent question or request, actually. I guess, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's not something that really takes any time to do. But the more frequent that it's requested, I'm kind of thinking maybe to just make a 2-minute quick video and just say, okay, here, you know, go through the 5 stars, go through the 6 stars. And then when people ask that, just link it in chat. I think actually what I want to do too, and probably going to do it sooner rather than later, make a quick video on what I've recorded in the last year and a bit for battle chip openings. Not the actual openings, but just like the end results. This is really dumb. If he throws his L3, I'm done for. But yeah, just of what I have accumulated in the battle chips. And because a lot of people I see saying quite often that the regular battle chips you're better off unit wise than the uncollected ones. So I've recorded about 18 million battle chip openings and how many units and gold I got from them. And over that, I've found for myself, I mean, everybody could be different, but for me, for the average or like over time, the uncollected ones have given me a better unit return than the regular ones. So yeah, I mean, that could be just my experience from the 18 million. Maybe, you know, anybody opening 20 million, that's not what they're going to end up with, like over a period of time. But yeah, that's what it's been for me. But I think what I'll do is if I do that video, I don't really want to necessarily make my Discord public, like put out a general invite. But I think what I'll do is if I do make that video, I'll leave a link to an open invite for Discord and just simply say, if you have I think it will have to be at least 1 million or 2 million battle chip opening, you can send it and I'll add that to my numbers. And then, you know, like, because the more information we get, the better idea we could have, right? As opposed to people who are just, I don't really know if they're basing it on anything, but when they say, oh, it's better to go regular than uncollected, like they're just saying that, right? Like, what are they basing it on? Whereas if, as a community, if we had something where we could say, hey, look, we've opened 1 billion battle chips, and yes, the regular, you know, they do have a better return on units or on gold or whatever, right? So if we have something to actually say. And the other thing I think would be interesting, I don't know if I want to do this, just because it would be a little bit more work for me, would be looking at the date ranges of when the battle chips are being opened, because people were speculating previously that the unit return just before July 4th was lower than what it normally is. So that'd be something interesting to know as well. I mean, I could absolutely see Kabam doing something like that. And, I mean, you know, it might be a bit shady, but, you know, I get why they would, right? If you're going to decrease the amount of units that people are getting from their battle chip openings, then that means they're going to have to buy the offers that you have more so for the units, right? So, I get it, but I think that's a little unethical. Well, maybe not unethical, but dishonest. Because if you're going to say, oh, the drop rates never change, blah, blah, but yet you know that they do. I don't think that's too cool. But yeah, the battle chip opening thing, I was thinking to do today, actually. I don't think it would take more than about 5 minutes. Or like, the video would not probably be longer than about 5 minutes. Probably take about half an hour or whatever to make the video. Oh, really? Interesting. Oh, are you talking about from the plat pool ones though? Or from battle chips? Yeah, see that. So that's what I was talking about, like doing. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. This is what I get. That's what I was talking about, like as far as keeping track of when things are being opened, to see if like things like that, if that is making an effect on the results. Oh, you know what? I'm going to change this profile. I don't really like this profile picture. It's funny, when it first came out, I was like, oh, that's cool. I can't wait. I'll probably never get it. But it'd be so cool to have. And now that I have it, I don't really like it that much. From Arena. Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait, from Arena Crystals. Oh, so from the battle chips. Interesting. Oh, you know why? So one of the pieces of the plat pool is supposed to come from a... Oh no, but I thought it was an actual money offer though. Because yeah, when they initially were talking about the plat pool stuff, they had said like where the pieces would come from. And they said like it would be from incursions, from a side quest, from a unit offer, from money offers. So what it could be is that I don't know if we've seen the unit offer one. I don't think so. So maybe what's going to happen is that we're going to get the unit offer one soon. So they want to decrease the amount of the amount of units people are getting from that, so that when they do that, you're more likely to buy the units. And I haven't opened battle chips for a while. I'm going to save, I think, probably 10 million and do it sometime in December. Because I figure with 10 million, for the most part, every million is about 1,000 units. So 10 million should give me 20,000 units. So you do a fair bit of arena, right? Or okay, yeah, no, you do the arenas that your account provides for. So how many units do you have? What? Okay. So for the most part, where do you spend units if you do? Is it just like revives and potions, or? Masteries? Okay. It's a good place to spend. Did you get that mastery thing that came out the other day? No. Yeah, I think it was a pretty decent value. But I mean, if you're not spending money, then it doesn't matter. But yeah, I still think though, if somebody wants to unlock masteries, the best time to do it is during the gifting event. So save up units until then. But I mean, you need to be in an alliance that people are going to utilize the gifting event. Otherwise, you'll have all the units, and you could be, buying the cores, but there's nobody to trade with, right? And that would suck. But yeah, I think that's probably the best time to be unlocking stuff. And it's interesting because after the gifting event last year, there was a lot of speculation where there's people suggesting that they weren't going to do it again, I'm absolutely positive they will be doing that again. They make too much money off of that not to do it. Do you figure pretty much every game has like a big cheating aspect to it? Like, I mean, I obviously know it's not specific just to this game, but I wonder if that's just part of pretty much any game you would find. Yeah, I mean, if you're low on funds, this is definitely the last place you want to be spending money. What's Destiny? Is that an online game? Like a, what is it called? MMORPG thing? You know, one thing I find really interesting is the discussion of the Merc stuff, where it's the person who does the playing, they're made out to be the villain or the bad person. I don't really think that's the way like, that's not how I see it. I think the bad person, or if you're going to call anyone bad or villain or whatever, is the person that's getting the stuff done for them, right? Because the person logging into an account, they're not really doing anything wrong, because for them to log into the account holder has to provide them the information. And I mean, now I get it from Kabam's perspective for sure, because obviously they can only tell that somebody or a different a login happened from a different location or whatever, right? They obviously can't say, oh, Bob is the person who logged in, because for all they know, Bob doesn't even have an account in the game, right? But yeah, like, I mean, like ILAX videos, or, you know, when people are like, oh, mercs are bad for the community. No, it's the people allowing others onto their account that are bad for the community. Because if you didn't have people doing that, there would be no mercs. But that all being said, I really don't know if when the most popular. All right, I'll continue this rant when you get back, because otherwise I'm just talking to myself, which I think a lot of the time that is the case. Victor, are you still there? If you're still here, I will do the show the champions that I have. If not, I will continue on to the next set of arena. I'm sure Grim has seen it enough to where he's like, man, I don't need to see your crap 6 stars. Man, it's crazy. It's just the last couple months, like maybe 2 months, month and a half, where because of new 6 stars, I'm able to get through the arenas where you can use 6 stars so much faster. It's crazy. Why would you be streaming? That's weird.
Just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young.
You are back. Very good, very good. So it doesn't look like Victor is still there, so I'm just going to continue on with the next set of arenas. Yeah, so I'll get into these ones as they are over sooner. Yeah, I'll probably actually finish these ones right off and then get into the T1As. Actually, yeah, no, I think what I'll do is probably get these arenas started up to the 3 times multiplier, and then do the same thing for the T1As, and then get into going through the 5 stars. Have you used Magneto much since he's been redone? So that's weird. I wonder why. Ah, okay. Yeah, I tried using him the other day. I wasn't too impressed, actually. I mean, it's quite possible I'm just not very good. Oh, okay, I see. So they're just showing off on it. So, yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not bad. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. That's interesting. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think the thing was I was playing against Winter Soldier, and he just was not allowing me to parry him very much, so it wasn't going as it should have, or at least as I expected it to go. Yeah, he doesn't seem that interesting or fun to play, actually. I mean, the numbers that he generates, fine, they're great, but I just don't know if that's something I'd want to do. I mean, I guess I could say the same thing about Hyperion, but Hyperion just seems like there's a little bit more variety to it, right? Because you could use the L1 if you want to, keep a dot on them, the L2 for the stun, the L3 for damage, or if you need a heal or blah blah blah, right? But the Magneto just parry, heavy, L3, like. We'll see. I think I have my 5-star at R4 anyways, so I don't know if I would. Well, I don't want to do any more R5s for 5-star champions in general. But if I were to get him as a 6-star, if I got him as a 6-star, I'd probably take him to R2. Beyond that, I don't know. It would also depend what other mutant 6-stars I had at the time. So, Monsieur Grimm, if you got something else to do or want to check out another stream or whatever, that's cool. I think I'm going to go for probably 2 hours. Normally I'd just do 1.5, but I want to get a good start on these arenas, so I may as well just keep streaming it. Well, I mean, even if you stick it out here, it's not like you have to respond in chat. You could be like one of these other people in the background. So what you're saying is you're seeing other streams behind my back. I see how it is, Tiger. I see how it is. So I'm guessing People's Champ and who else? Oh, Enzo was streaming. I don't know if he still is. Stop hitting yourself. Yeah. Choice is good. Choice is good. So I get it, because I mean that's what I'm doing currently. Well, no, I guess yeah. If you've got something else going on, you're just looking for noise in the background, fine. But I don't get how people could watch arena streams. Boy. I guess maybe it's more the chat part of it, I guess. Yeah. Oh, what do you think about my idea about the doing the video in regards to the battle chip stuff that I've kept track of? You think that's a worthwhile video to go over? Like I said, all it's going to be is like, okay, hey, in the last 1.5 years, I've opened X amount of battle chips. This many have been regulars. This many have been uncollected. Yeah, that is true. This many have been uncollected. These are the results I've gotten. You think that's worthwhile? Or, well, I guess whatever. I could put the video up. Somebody may find it useful, somebody may not. It gives me something to do, because I'm hesitating on getting on to the next part of the Abyss video series. Just because I gotta think that out a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably try to get that up later today, tomorrow. Maybe that's what I'll do. When I finish the stream, go get some nachos, or make some nachos, or pretend to make some nachos. Watch some Westworld, I'm really not looking forward to watching it though. Watch the Westworld, then come do that video, and then get back to arenas. Wow, what an exciting day, eh? What an adventurous life I live. Oh God. Oh Lord. Nah, man, I can't. I honestly can't complain. I mean, seriously, there are days where I get up, get something to eat, and I'm out on the balcony, like having a muffin or whatever, and I'm like, man, I love my life. Like, yeah. Here, let me bring up the spreadsheet and just see what you think. I think you've seen it before, though. Battleship. Oh, this looks like... Okay, wait. I'm looking at the spreadsheet that I just brought up so that you could see it. I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, wait, I'm actually not sharing it with you. What Abyss? Oh, the Abyss video series that I was doing. Like about the cost for it, or the cost to me for it. Okay, not sure. Let me know if you can view the numbers. Okay, and once you get back to me, then I'll say what I was going to say. Okay. Very good. Let me just... Oh. Okay. All right, so like this stuff here, this is the most recent info. And then down here is like each week's opening, and there's a couple times where I missed a week, so I did a couple. So yeah, like here, no. Oh no, most of them are pretty consistent. But yeah, so a couple where I didn't do a few weeks and then did a bunch at once, like a million here, a million there, whatever. So that's like the week to week, and then there is the actual breakdowns over the time. So like when I first started was the end of July of last year up until April, and that one was just basically all of the openings together. And then I wanted to be a little bit more organized, so I started only doing 100,000 at a time. So like 100,000 regular and then 100,000 uncollected, and kept track of that. And then and then I started only doing uncollected because, like I said previously, I was finding that the overall unit ratios uncollected was a little bit better, and that's been the case for like all of the big chunks that I've looked at. So yeah, so we had 13 million and 2, so that's 15, so about 16, and then what we've done up until now. So that's that was that. So that's 15. Okay, so it's I think I had said 18 million previously, but 16 million over the last year and a bit that I've done. Let me just do a quick thing here. That's gonna just simply be those. So that's the total. So what I want is this plus that was the amount used. That should do that. Okay, wait, that's from the... Oh, right, okay, I see. I need to do that as two different things. Right, because I want to see what it is for UC plus this plus that. Okay. Okay, yeah, so it's so specifically for uncollected, it is still the 0.21. And if we do that plus that, 159, so that would be UC. And if we're doing the regulars, we've got this plus this, and then we don't have any more. Equals plus that. Yeah, so it's still off by about 0.03%. So okay, yeah. So still suggesting that the UC is the way to go for me. Why is okay? So this is because I think here. Wait a second. Oh, that's only taking. Okay. Right. So actually, this. Yeah. Although I mean, so for the big chunk, like the 13 million, that was like the longest period of time from the July to the April. It ended up only being about 4,000 units over that long period of time. I mean, yeah, it's still 4,000 units, but when you consider it's the length of time, it's not really that much. What was it for gold? Yeah, so I don't know. Like gold, they're much closer, right? And it's kind of funny actually that the gold for that long period of time is less for the UC. But, okay. Yeah, so I need a... Yeah, basically I just need to make it look a little bit prettier, I think, first. And other than that, yeah. That is probably what I'll be using. iPhone browser window. Okay, don't want anything selected. There we go. All right. Yeah. So like I was saying, I don't know when people are like, "Oh, regulars are better to go for." I don't know what they're basing that off of. But I mean, that's why I did that, right? Was because when I was wondering, and people would say either, and I was like, well, and nobody could say, well, X amount of opening and so on and so forth. So that's why I did that. Yeah, I think, and for the most part, like the videos I'm doing, I'm trying to make them where they're not, like, because some people, Cav Arena crystals, I find them very slow to do things that the community wants, or in a sense gives the community an upper hand. Giving the community an upper hand, I get, because obviously they don't necessarily want to do that. They want to make us struggle. Not until we have a 5-star basic or a 6-star feature arena. Until then, I don't think we would see the Cal Arena crystals. And if anything, maybe not, because I don't think they're in any rush to increase ways for us to accumulate units. Did you end up getting any of those deals for July 4th, the one that just passed? Because I had done Arena to get 15,000 units. I think I ended up at 16,000. So my intent was to get the unit offers, all of them, which would have come to a total of 15,000, and then probably get the cash ones to replenish the units that I'd used. So what ended up happening was the July 4th stuff dropped, and the cash ones right away were worth it to me, so fine. I got the cash ones. Then I'd already looked at what the unit ones were going to be, but I hadn't put much thought into them. I went and got the 3 Odin ones done. Good. So then I've got then I would have 24,000 units. Then I looked at the unit ones, and I was like, oh, the final one for 10,000 units really isn't something I want. So that was a big part of why I ended up with so many units, was because there was 10,000 units between purchasing and grinding that I had no desire to use. So I'm kind of wondering if I think that was pretty common. I think there were a lot of people who didn't end up buying the final unit offer. So I'm kind of wondering if for Cyber Weekend they're going to take that into account and not have something like that again, and have something for the final unit offer that's far more appealing, meaning it's more likely that people would use that other 10,000 units. Because I think the 10,000 unit one, oh crap, I can't remember. But I think it basically had the same or similar to what the Odin offers had. And I was like, well, I don't really need a fourth of that. And that was the main reason why it wasn't appealing. Yeah, I think what it was another... well, wait, so... You do the 3-star, the 4-star basic, and the 4-star feature arena, correct? So you do the 3 arenas. And how does your alliance do for the 3-day alliance stuff? Do you usually get to the final milestones for those? So like for the event completion or the arena wins or the item use. So, okay. So for me, let me bring up that spreadsheet actually, because I think I had something there too. Let me just check before I show anything on stream, just to make sure it's not a waste of time. Okay. Yeah, I'll show this on screen too. Let's pop out. I wonder if I should include this. Yeah, maybe I'll include this in the battle chip thing too. Let's see. Okay. So. Alright, I probably need to make that a little bit bigger. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it's weird, it doesn't fit on screen well. Alright, well, you'll get the idea. Anyways, okay. So, I went through all of the arenas and looked at what you get for them if you get to the final milestone for them. I don't do the 2-star arena, so it's here, but it still shows what you get from it. But yeah, so basically during a arena session, so like, you know, like what we've got going right now, if you go through all of them, the 5-star feature, 4-star feature, 4-star basic, 3-star feature, and you get to the final milestone, you end up with 470 units. That's just from hitting each milestone. You end up with about 59,000 battle chips, 110,000 gold, and then premium hero crystal shards. So if you're doing that twice a week, you're ending up with just over 900 units, 116-ish, 118,000 battle chips. That doesn't seem right though, because normally, yeah, I gotta check that, because normally for a session of like a week of arena, I was usually, oh no, okay, never mind, that's about right. Yeah, about 130-ish thousand battle chips per 6 arena grinds. Okay, yeah, so basically you're looking at the 940 units just from milestones, then whatever you get from the battle chips, which is random. But I think I ended up figuring it being between 1,200 and 2,000 a week. So you're doing those 4 arenas. You open the battle chips that you get at the end, basically on the Sunday. Yeah, you'd be making between 12 and 2,000 units every week. And we've got, what is this, September? So you've got all of October, pretty much all of November. So that's 8 weeks. So that's 16,000 units in 2 months, right? Yeah, so. I need to check the battle chip stuff. Yeah, I need to recheck those numbers just to make sure. But I may add that in that other video. Yeah. I don't know how many people would actually have that kind of time. But, you know, I guess, you know, it still gives you an idea of what's possible, right? Oh, that's right. So the 12, yeah, that's right. So the 12, between the 12 and 2,000, that's not including what you're getting from like the level up, the arena wins and blah blah, or the or the alliance stuff. So that's not including units from those. Yeah, because I was looking at that, and I'm like, well, that's under 1,200. So how am I able to say between 12 and 2,000? But it's, yeah, so. Because those would be very dependent on what you do and what the alliance does. So that's where that variation comes in. So yeah, you could get 940 on your own, straight through milestones, and then the battle chip openings, obviously that's random too. Those could go well, those could go very not well. Yeah. Yeah, if you have the time, you're not refreshing, you're not buying Cavaliers or Cav crystals. Yeah, you could have the 16,000 between now and Cyber Weekend. Yeah, maybe I'll make a quick video on all of that. I just need to change up the layout a little bit better. Well, I guess the thing is too, right? Like, you don't have to be doing arena all the time, like I do. But if you're like, okay, you know, July 4th, Cyber Weekend, whatever, I want to partake in that, and you realize, hey, if I, you know, go hardcore for 2 months, I could afford it. Yeah. I guess I need to look at. So there's. Okay, so in a week, it's a 7-day period, we would have 2 of the Alliance 3-day events, and that's 25 units, right? So that's 50 there. We should end up with what, 6? Oh no, I guess it should be 7 of the solos. Wait. Would that work out to be 6 or 7? I mean, I know it's 22 hours, so really it should be 7. Possibly 8. Because 7, 14, yeah, because then you're 14 hours, so you get 1 extra there. And I think that's 25. So that's an extra 200 units. So that's 250. Okay, yeah, that's where I got the 1200. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense now. Very good. So yeah, so I'm figuring then between the 3-day Alliance stuff and the solo milestone stuff, that's about 250 units right there. 250 per week. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to miss out on the 50 units because of not being an Alliance, which isn't terrible. But I miss out on more than just that, obviously. Let me just make sure that's right, though. So oh, crap. Duh! I can't check that! Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 25 units. And then the level up stuff is, yeah, 25 as well. Okay. I knew it was going to take me a little bit of time to get used to not being an Alliance. I should probably go use some of these keys. We've got the first set of multipliers got set. Let's. Okay. Yeah. Or okay, what would you rather? Would you rather me go through the T1A arena to get that started, or do some of the island stuff? It's going to be the epic level island stuff, and I'll be right back. So just let me know. Alright, alright. Well, I'll finish this off, do one of the island things, get the Awakening Gem, and then finish off with the arena. How's the sleep been going? Have you been getting any more sleep, or still kind of the same thing? That would suck. Yeah. So is that from sitting or just in general? You know, one of the worst things for me is now and then, like if I have my like my elbow bent or my arm bent, and then I go go to straighten my arm, like my elbow has like a kink in it. Oh fuck, that can hurt sometimes. Oh, that sucks. And you're not even that old. Well, I guess I'm not going to get through this. Don't have enough energy. So I guess I won't be doing the island stuff. Well, get back to Arena, get that multiplier maxed out, and that will be that. Another day of fun and excitement. Yeah. Okay. Back to this arena. That's done. That's got a good start on it, and let's get this started. I like this song that's playing currently. It's pretty chill. Come on. Well, maybe just you're growing into old age. The 2-star here. The Morning Star? Or is there another one? Oh, there's the Morning Star. I think I claimed it the other day, not too long ago. No, I don't do the... Yeah, I don't do the 2-star arenas. I have my limits. There aren't many of them. Yeah, the only time I do the 2-star arenas is when they have special things like they did a couple weeks back. Um, and I think that was a while ago when they had the road to a million or whatever. Uh, other than that, no. The first 2 milestones, oh, it's not bad. I was at one point thinking to start doing the 2-star arena. Because, I mean, you know, it's battle troops and it's units, and they add up. But I was like, you know, I spend, actually, maybe now it might be different. But anyway, I spent enough time in arena. The unit battle chip that I'm accumulating as is fine. Yeah. Actually, it's going to be interesting because they're supposed to be adding the 3-star, like the new 3-star feature hero. That's supposed to become a milestone for one of the other arenas. In which case, so currently for 3-star arena, I only do the 640 final milestone. But for is it this? Oh, okay, it's this one you're talking about. No. Okay. Okay, so that's I see what you're talking about. Yeah, no. So yeah, this is just the Sunday one, right? Yeah, no, I'm not too fussed about that. So yeah, I've got 2 million PHC, and then where is your hiding? What's this? Oh, right, okay. Dear. Okay, and then 59 of the wherever I picked those up from. So yeah. And I mean, for the most part, I'm not going to get any new 2-stars anyway, so. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think like when those 2 and 1-star crystals came out, like a lot of people were trying to get the 1-star Hulk for variant 4, and I was lucky because I already had him, so I wasn't. I don't like so I didn't buy any of those, but I really didn't like the way they changed the odds on those because everything else, the odds get lower the higher the star level. And then the one time where you need the lower star level, they switched it. I did not like that at all. Like where the odds are higher at the 2-stars than the 1-stars. So yeah. Yeah, I think for the most part, people that didn't have them, it's because they had sold them at some point. Because I think no, there was a 3-star Hulk at one point that was given away. That everybody got, but the 1-star, I think for whatever, I don't know why, but yeah, it was pretty common. And then if you sold it, obviously, you're SOL. Yeah, that's smart. I don't think at this point, what I did sell back when I started, I don't think it would make any difference now. But yeah, like if you're starting out or you're like mid-level, I think yeah, that could be a huge hindrance. There have been a couple times, though, since I realized that it wasn't a good thing. There have definitely been a couple times where I've been tempted, where I was like really close to enough shards for a 5-star, 6-star. But because of the hoarding, I don't need to, because I just end up opening crystals to do. The worst though is when you freaking need a few shards to open another crystal. So then you open, you know, PHCs or 4-stars or whatever, expecting a dupe, and you get new champions. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah. Yeah, no, selling champs is definitely a hindrance. I mean, there's still people who do it even though they know better, right? But overall, yeah, it's, especially if it's one that you have maxed out or close to, well, yeah, maxed out, because you know you're getting that crystal, the max level crystal, which gives you more opportunities, right? It's giving you, for the most part, it's going to be 5-star or 6-star shards. But then, you know, there's also the opportunity at Immortal Iron Fist or Awakening Gem. Obviously, like for the lower ones, like the 2-star, 3-star ones, maybe not so prevalent. But if you're looking at 5 or 6 stars, yeah, that could make a big difference. Because I think right now I have 2 max 5-star crystals. So that would be, what, 550 6-star shards? So I think though I'm going to start hoarding 6-stars. I think I'm going to start waiting just until I have 3 or 4 6-stars and then open them. Main reason is simply just because I want to keep even arena teams. With 3, it is obviously no guarantee. I'll probably end up duping someone. So that's why I'm kind of thinking 4. Because that would allow me to get 1 dupe and then hopefully 3 new people. 3 new champs. Although, to be honest, when Act 7 drops, if there's no, like, if it doesn't look like a Warlock or Professor X or Red Guardian, if it doesn't look like any of those are requirements, I don't know if I'll open 6-stars then. If who I've got currently is adequate for the first bit of Act 7, yeah, I'll probably end up doing with the 6-stars what I've done with everything else. Just don't open them. Which, you know what, I think is a little bit shitty, because they had done the thing a while back where they removed like old crystals, and then they made the comment about hoarding is bad for the game or whatever, and kind of encouraging people to open crystals. But now they've come out with this thing where they're gonna add the Nexus chance to like PHCs and GMCs and blah blah blah. So somebody like me, who's been hoarding for all this time, that's great for me, right? I've got a whole bunch of those crystals. Now, somebody who's been opening all along, yeah, they've got nothing saved up. Yes, of course, as they get accumulate more, they have that opportunity for the Nexus. But like day 1 when that drops, I've got a ton of chances for those Nexus crystals. I mean, maybe I won't get them because it's like what, 0.8, 0.2%, whatever. It's a really low percentage. But I just think that's very unfair of Kabam. Great for me, but I think overall very unfair. That's okay. I don't want him as a 5-star. I want him as a 6-star. Man, I'm still a bit annoyed with that Nexus, the Abyss Nexus crystal. Shit. It would have just been so much easier if it had been Warlock and one of the other two, right? But it had to be Ghost and Gilly 2099, which were the only two. Like I would had a struggle between which one I wanted. Because yeah, if it had been Warlock and one of them, it'd have been a no-brainer. Or if it had been just one of them, it would have been a no-brainer. But nope. All right, well, that is that for me for arenas. If you want to hang out and shoot the shit for a bit, that's fine. Otherwise, let's see if we can go say hi to somebody. Yeah, you know what, though? I mean, I would like Warlock. He seemed like he'd be cool to use. I don't have anything in mind in particular that I would use him for, though. Again, it would have to be Act 6, because the only other substantial thing I have is Variant 5. I can't use him in Variant 5. So yeah, I unfortunately would have no use for him. Let's see what the rewards are. Okay, there's a fair bit of 6-star shards there. Just from completion, that's actually not bad. 25%. Oh, fair bit of 5-star shards too. Yeah, see, so these would end up being in my overflow. I've got 3 in overflow currently. That's a rank up gem. Wow, the completion stuff actually looks more appealing than the exploration. Wow. Interesting. That is really interesting. I wonder, they must have done that. Okay then. I should be looking to do at least the completion pretty quick. Because yeah, the awakening gem up there, it doesn't really matter, but the 4 to 5 rank up, yeah. Save me resource. Well, I don't need to save resources. I think my next rank 2 is probably going to be Wasp. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's going to be, for a couple reasons. One, I don't use Ghost as much as I used to, but when I do, Wasp is kind of the weak link, just because she is pretty flimsy. So having her at rank 2 would be good. Next reason is that I got a ton of the tier T4CC science, so if I am going to open more T4CC, I know I'm going to get science, so rather than having to go into overflow, I'll already have. The other one I don't use, but I could see, she seems pretty cool, is Black Widow Deadly Origin. And that's kind of it. No, Stealthy is rank 2. I don't think I'm going to take him beyond rank 2. I don't have any specific need for him. Because for me, the main thing was going to be his slow. And there's nowhere currently that I see I need that. Nick, I was actually thinking to R2 today. I don't think I'm going to do anything with him until he's duped, though. And unfortunately, as far as 6 stars go, there's not many others that I'm considering doing anything with. There's going to be a mutant that's going to have to go to R3, and that's only not because I want to, but just because, so for the portion where the Spider-Verse champs are relevant, I was intending to have Stealthy and Starkey there. But yeah, so for mutants, I'm thinking Old Man Logan, Mr. Sinister, or Sunspot, one of them to R3. But I'm going to wait until I have the mutant T5CC in overflow. Like basically until I'm pushed to having to do it. Hopefully I get another mutant before then that I would prefer to take to R3. But if not, then one of those guys will go up. Jump. Okay. Dude, I don't. There's this one guy in people's champs stream. He's always telling people what to do, but he doesn't know what to do. And it's so annoying. Flare it up. Well, obviously you're already on people's champ. This is a stream, so you don't need the URL, but there you go anyways. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Anybody who was here hanging out, thanks for coming and hanging out and keeping me company. Monsieur Grimm, it was good to talk to you as per usual. And yeah, have a good one. We'll end the stream there. Have a good one. Catch you guys later.